So, okay, you've really pissed off your king. This is getting under my skin. The fact that Benjamin Nastiehu's disease of the mind has spread to the Trump family and insulting them, the dignity of the Trump family that was once I considered to be noble folk, has been mauled and mutilated by this Zionist curse. This is a much sicker thing than I even wanted to admit. I spent the last number of years trying not to confront the reality of what's actually going on here. It's an absolute sickness soup. Neither Israel, the fake state of Israel, and the fake state of the United States now as well. What does the United States stand for? Does anybody know? Freedom? I don't think so. Freedom of speech? What? I remember in my lifetime when New York City was the hottest spot to live on earth, bar none. Better than California. I could have gone to California. I spent a year and a half living in New York City as a child. By the time I was 16 years old, where I met the High Queen. She used to be a guy. There's much that is happening in life that you are ignorant of. By virtue of your lies, your thefts, and your yielding to your own innate greed or your ego, often called the Satan or the devil. The devil made me do it. You are in charge of the devil. There is no excuse. Your conduct is your conduct. And those who are smart enough to realize they have some apologies to make and begin making them and admitting the truth of their past doings. Who have the earmarkings of salvation in them. Those who refuse are worm food. I have no problem with that anymore. I used to. They're my kids, all of them. But some of them have degraded themselves beyond the level of bug. There is more morality in bedbugs than there is in the United States, the current United States administration, as well as the nimble funds polluting my holy land with their cancerous postulates. Read the fucking scriptures, asshole. You can't sit there and pretend to be Jews. It's like me trying to be a Miss America with testicles. I declare I'm a girl. So what? That's my own personal business. It has nothing to do with politics. So, morons who try to create causes of bad mind are the most limp shit imaginable. Cooking oil now. Like Trump reminds me of a midget up against Michael Tyson and threatening him from his corner. Big, big mouth. And comes out, bruises Michael's shins a bit. And thank God for the grace of my China folk and my Russia folk who have much more patience than I do. Russia has in her blood the memory of war and the cost of war, and I don't. All I've got is some street fights. I don't know. I shot with Lincoln once. It was a 357 Magnum. I targeted a bleach bottle, the plastic bleach bottle, about 50 yards away, or maybe 60, or maybe 40. I don't know. A good distance away. Anyway, a friend had one. You want to fire it? I said, sure. So I take it. He's got a bunch of woods and stuff. He's a lumber guy. Anyway, so rode in his woods. And we set up this target. JavX bottle. Plastic JavX bottle. I'm standing about 150 yards away. I aim on the thing. Squeeze the trigger. Nothing happens. Oh, I thought I got close to it. I walk up to check it, and the 357 penetrated the plastic so quickly it didn't move the plastic at all. Shot right through the neck of the thing. Anyway, I thought I was going to be permanently deaf forever for about a half an hour after doing that. I had no intentions of blowing a fire out, but I gave my last one away. And I don't know what I did with the bullets. I think I may still have them here. Anyway, the thing is, people who know get stupider by the fucking breath. I'm not going to be polite anymore. I don't give a shit what you know, what you think of me or my language. I am wild about the stupidity and the lack of manhood running rampant on this fucking planet. There's no testicles anymore, like, and they're just starting to bloom now after 2 years of slaughter by some impudent little fucking runt on the block of human life, calling itself Israel, lying and resentful, mean-spirited little schnit right from the fucking get-go, has no business existing, either by a statute law or divine law. Period. And the fact that she's got a moron idol currently living in a White House, it's the house of perversion, the house of sickness being spread all across, aching to spread all across my planet. And thankfully, they're boxing themselves in by the resentments, lies, and bullshit. I like them to stay encapsulated in their own lies and bullshit, including those folks that are currently inhabiting my holy land. I would like to move them into the desert and bring my Muslims and Palestinian folks back to the whole of Palestine. Fuck Israel. It has no right to exist in any domain of law whatsoever. This is the final determination of this month's matter. There is no hope for it. They're all buried too deeply in their own lies. Like they're hanging on to their lies for dear fucking life. And that kind of a spirit has no place in creation. And this is not a surprise. Welcome to the promised land, kiddies. You get to live with me for another 1,000 years. And there's no elections. You're stuck. And so am I. I'm stuck with you. Me and my family are stuck with you. And you're stuck with us. The thing is, God herself lives in our family.